What's up? Welcome to Shooting the Shit with Nessa and Brie.
Hi.
It's been a while.
Yeah, I feel so out of it right now.
It's been like a month.
It's been 3 weeks. That's about a month, right?
Has it? No, it's been more than 3 weeks.
Since before Christmas. Christmas was what, like 3 weeks ago? I don't know anything. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's been a while. It's been like a month.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Total month or something.
Your hair grew a bunch in a month.
Thank you.
It's looking really cute.
Well, I like to
I like tucking
massage
back.
my scalp to encourage hair growth.
Yeah, do you use like tea tree and like
No.
other essential oils?
Um, I have an essential oil burner where you put water and essential oils in, and
They're
I
called
smell it.
diffusers.
Yes, that's the word. I'll diffuse those oils, but I don't use them on my
Yeah, you have to get
person.
like of a certain grade to use them on your skin.
Mm. Yeah, you're the essential oil queen. I'm just like, I just want to smell oranges in my house.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Do you ever
Yeah.
just like boil up orange rinds on the stove?
Sometimes when I'm feeling crafty.
My mom used to do that, and she would put like
Yeah.
cloves in. I
Mm.
think it was cloves.
Or like when you have a lot of like fruit peels that we peel apples and oranges and stuff, and then you
Yeah,
just put a pot of boiling water on and you just let it sit and everything smells so good.
yeah,
Yeah. So I do that sometimes. It's been a long time, I just don't care, have energy for anything anymore.
yeah. No, I relate to that. So, how's your month been?
It's been pretty crappy. It's been unreal.
Are you just gonna end there? Are you gonna elaborate a little?
Oh my god. So you came in for Christmas and then I don't know what happened, but I went to this horrible dark place and I was like super depressed for like 3 or 4 days. So I just couldn't get out of bed. I just hated everything, hated myself, hated life, hated
Yeah,
everything. And then finally I got out of that rut in like 4 days. It was horrible, embarrassing, the worst. But it's okay. We're all about that.
yeah. There's
Um,
no. I don't think there's any reason to be embarrassed about that.
it just
I mean, you feel how you feel. I'm not trying to tell you you should feel a different
uh
way, but like,
just not typical. It's just what the hell. But I think it's
yeah,
just holidays and the stress of holidays being over and it's just release of all that tension and stress.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then, but
Hi,
since then,
Glenda.
has it been better? Hey, Glenda.
Hey, ha. No, actually,
God damn it.
it didn't. Wait, my depression or
No, just in
in
general.
general? No,
Yeah. Okay.
no, the depression got better. And I started doing things, and then we did so well. I created this website for my social media and web design and stuff, and then we're not going to say the name or anything, but crazy psycho stalker is what we can call the person. Started messaging me through the contact form on a website.
Yeah.
And then it got emailed to my personal email. So I know that someone's contacting me. And so I was like, well, that's weird. I let it go the first time. Second time, I was like, what the hell? And so I took the contact form off of the website. And so the person stalked my Twitter profile and then found that I was part of Let's Chat Live. So they went to let's chat podcast.net and they used the contact form there to email the
That's
ghost
some
of my
stalker
email
dedication
address.
right there.
Oh, it gets better. And then, so the contact form was off of my personal website, the
Yeah.
brebertmedia.com. And so they used the comment feature on the website to add a comment that has to be approved by me. So it gets sent to my email. And I was like, what the fuck?
Wow.
So I just took down the website. I already have a lot of work and my clients are mostly repeat clients, so I didn't really need it, but I just thought it would be good
Yeah.
professional to but this person is just angry at life and sad that they can't accomplish things. So they're trying to destroy someone else's life and that someone else is me.
Yeah.
So That was
Has it
obnoxious.
stopped?
Yes, because I changed my name everywhere and took a lot of things down and took down all of my work social media, my work website, and everything. Took my name off everything, and I changed my name.
Yeah, you had to change your phone number and everything too, right?
Yeah, they wanted $36 or something to change my phone number, and then I
That's
messaged
so
AT&T
crazy.
on Twitter. I was like, "What the hell? I should be, charging the stalker for having to change my number for $36. I don't think so." And so they were so nice, and they worked with me, and they refunded me the $36.
Well, that's good.
So thank you, AT&T. So that was really stressful because she said some pretty awful things, and this
Yeah.
person, and it was just
And
inappropriate,
this is
and
somebody that you once like knew in real life, right?
yeah. And try to
Do you feel
help and
like
stuff.
they're like looking back, there's any like indication that this would happen?
With them being crazy?
Yeah, like hindsight's always 2020, right? But like,
Yeah.
do
No,
you
I
feel like
knew this person was crazy in some ways. So, like, I never spoke details about my life. Like, I
yeah.
always left things out because, like, you get a feeling if you trust somebody or
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
And, like, obviously, I never spoke any, like, real personal things ever or used names or dates or whatever.
Yeah.
So, I knew, but I just didn't listen. And when you don't listen, that's when crazy things happen and you end friendships because they're toxic. And that
Well,
toxicity comes back sneaking into your life through a DM or an email.
yeah. It's hard because you are the kind of person who like wants to know people and help people, and that doesn't always serve you
No.
well.
It's a funny story. Throughout this whole crazy with crazy stalker and depression and then like all this New Year crap, I had a cousin who needed a place to stay. Like, oh, Brie, can I stay? Can you find me a job? I was like, okay, you know what? Things happen. I know you had a hard life, whatever. So I found a job, a place for him to stay. And
He
like,
asked you to find him a job?
I said, I will ask and I will look around, but you're the one that's going to have to apply and do your part and keep the job.
Oh.
So, I mean, I asked around because he's, not from here. And so I did. And then, like, ghosted me. And then 2 weeks later, same thing. You get me a job, give me a place to stay. I was like, last time I did, and you didn't follow through. So I look like, you're just making me look bad, and that's not cool. So I went through all this work, and unless you're actually going to come, no, I'm not going to ask anybody. But you can stay with us for like a day or two, but then you have to find your place to stay. And so, like, I put some boundaries down and stressed out because I want to help my cousin. He had a hard life, but at the same time, you kind of make the decisions for yourself. Like, I've had a hard life, and I could be like a
Right.
stripper on drugs, but I'm not because I made the choice not to.
But
Not that
also
there's
he didn't,
anything wrong with strippers.
right? He didn't have a hard life because of you.
Mm-mm. No, but I still felt the need
No, I know.
to drop
Because you're a
everything.
good, like, you're a good person. You want to help. That's what I'm saying.
Want to help,
And
but
unfortunately,
just
like, people,
take
a certain kind of
advantage.
person knows how to take advantage of that.
Yeah, and when you're like recovering or like have any kind of addiction, like you learn how to manipulate, and someone might not notice at first or try to look past it, but like it's there.
Yeah.
So lately, I'm like, I just don't want to talk to anyone really.
Yeah.
I want to focus on myself and my family and stuff. And that's been interesting.
Has anything good happened in the last month?
Well, Dwight Hurst from Broken Brain podcast, he
Uh-huh.
produces different kind of podcasts, and he asked Robert to do the like subtitling for it. And then he had this transcription service, and this one lady that did it, and it was horrible. And it took him like a couple of days to, edit the subtitles or whatever and put them in. And I was like, Dwight, just let me do it. Like, I'll do the first one for free. Let me just transcribe for you. And I did, and I enjoyed it, and it was good. So that was fun. That's good.
Good. Yeah.
Expanding my horizons.
Yeah, that's great. What about Bobby's job? Has he gone back full time yet, or is he still?
No, no, it was. He was supposed to go back on the 20. Well, he's going to go back a little bit more in next week. He's going to work 4 days a week instead of 3, and he's supposed to go back to 80% pay. And that's assuming the pandemic goes well. And they're hoping by March that could be 100%. But it's like schools around here went back to stage 1, so everything's virtual. So it's like, I'll believe it when I see it because I just don't believe or trust anybody right now.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to say that you're going to like reopen 100% in a month and a half. And then you guys are like, your whole state's in stage 1 again, right? Like,
yeah. I don't know.
We don't have any stages over here.
God. No, you just got COVID's over there.
Yeah, last week ABC 15, our local news, was reporting that Arizona had the highest number of COVID cases in the world. Oh my God. We have no restrictions. We have
so like South Carolina.
We have a mask like statewide mask mandate, and that's it.
Do you guys even wear the masks?
For the most part, they do pretty good. I'll tell you, when I was driving across the country, though, I definitely knew when I was in red states because no one had masks on.
Oh my God.
It was wild. Like, I'd go into the gas stations and the signs would still be up on the door, like, no mask, no entry, or whatever they say, And I'd walk in and 70% of the people in the store would not be wearing a mask. It was bananas. I couldn't believe it.
It's amazing you just don't have COVID yet. Are you going to work now, or are you still at home?
Yeah, no, I've been back at work since June, but it's been like a really inconsistent flux of people coming in. We've had an issue at my place of work lately. We've had in the last like 2 weeks, we've had, I think, 4 people.
Oh my God. Dropping like flies.
I haven't been at work very much lately because I'll want to mess with that. So, and I think a lot of it's holiday related. They said that we were going to have like a huge uptick after the holidays.
Well, they weren't wrong.
No, but everybody might look into this. I don't know. I'm assuming other states have it the same way, but here they needed help doing vaccination sites. So they're taking volunteers to work. I think it's an 8-hour shift. I think it's a decent amount of time. But if you volunteer to help with like registration and traffic and stuff, then you get the vaccine for free and before you're supposed to. Is that Landon?
Yes. Landon, come here. God damn it, Nessa. Come here. You can say hi, but you gotta go to bed, okay?
Hi.
Hi, Landon. I love you.
Look at him. He looks so much older.
I miss you so much.
Okay.
Are you being good? Are you afraid? Why aren't you talking to me?
What is she saying? Is she in trouble?
No, I just don't talk sometimes.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh.
Are you okay?
You can stay out here for the rest of the show if you want.
Yeah, what?
You want to stay out here?
Yeah.
Okay. You gotta be very quiet though.
Okay.
He just doesn't talk sometimes. That was the cutest thing I've ever heard.
He's been a little emotional lately.
Oh my.
I don't know. It's not seeing friends, everything being different, nothing changing. Like can't even go to the park anymore because kids, like parents, don't wear masks. And it's like, why? Why not? Like, set an example for your children.
What?
So
That's terrible.
yeah. So we can't do a whole lot.
You guys are going on like a year now of him not being in school, right? Because it was like the beginning of March.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah, it was just after Audra's birthday, March 1st.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because everything got shut down like while I was in Virginia.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. And then yeah, we had Audra's birthday and then like things started shutting down and Robert stopped working like March 15th or so.
Yeah.
For like 2 months or something.
Crazy. Yeah, this month has been wild. We've missed a lot of things, right? We had like a fucking coup. Like we're in a fucking different country, first of all. That shit is wild.
Not standing firm and like yeah, it's disappointing and very embarrassing to live in the United States.
Yeah, it's really embarrassing. When I have friends in Honduras, and when my friends in this third world country, mind you, are messaging me to ask me if I'm okay, like,
oh my god.
we've maybe done some things wrong.
Oh my, some things it's like that's years have been wrong.
I know you don't want to talk politics, and that's fine. We don't have to talk politics, but like that's a big thing that happened. I feel like is worth mentioning.
Huh?
Are those words down there what she's saying?
Nope. That's just
That would be cool though.
the name of it. What?
Closed captions for our
Right.
podcast.
Look, Miss Glenda says hi, Landon.
She does?
Yeah, because you're a sweetheart and everyone loves you.
Yeah, we do all love him.
Right.
Yeah, and then inauguration is on Wednesday.
So I was asking Robert today, I was like, so is it going to be, obviously it's going to be virtual, like do we get a link? Is it just going to be like on the news? Like how do we
Yeah, it'll be
watch
on
it?
It'll just be on the TV. Yeah. Have you seen DC lately?
I've seen fixtures of it and like it's been on the news and it just
Yeah.
looks like a ghost town. And then there's that fire
I
under that
mean-
bridge today and it's like
Shit is getting like boarded up. Like it's a hurricane. It's wild.
Onto a bridge right
Yeah.
now.
not, yeah, you know, it was earlier today there was a fire under the bridge.
We need to get Landon like a little set of headphones so he can like just be our third host.
Oh, yeah. Do you want to go play in the room?
Under what bridge?
In DC, there's a lot of crazy people over there now.
Oh no.
Yeah, they're called white supremacists.
Have one of them gone on the bridge?
I don't know. Someone lit something on fire.
Hey Bree, do you know any white supremacists?
I don't want to wake up. Dad, you're
Yes. Yes, I do.
I mean, I think probably we all do.
But there's some are more vocal about it
Yes.
than others.
Yes.
And like there's the point where it's like you just don't talk about it.
Here's my thing. Well, I have a lot of things, but here's a thing. I was at the park yesterday, the dog park yesterday, and a woman. I know I can't just say I'm at a park when I don't have children. People be like,
Creeper.
"What the fuck you doing there?" No, there was a woman there that had not a MAGA hat, but a Trump hat, like said Trump in like big, huge capital letters on her baseball cap. And I was sitting there just thinking to myself, like, to be emboldened to still wear those kinds of things after what's just happened a week ago. I just wonder. I wonder about the mentality behind that, like to do that on the heels of a coup, that resulted in the death of 5 people. I just feel like you really got to think you're still right to wear that. You know what I mean? Like openly in public, like
Well, people,
unabashedly.
they're saying that like it was stolen and rigged, and like they like firmly believe what they
Well, that's
believe.
because the president of the fucking United States is telling them that.
Yeah. And he's not denying anything either, which makes it just as
Right.
worse.
It's really just sad, unfortunate situation we found ourselves in. But I saw today good news is that the cabinet that Biden has nominated is the most diverse in history.
Ooh.
50% of the people holding positions are people of color.
Do you hear that the poet laureate for Biden is like she was 16, she wrote this poem, and she's 22 now, and she's going to be the youngest poet laureate for the president.
Yeah.
She's so cool.
I just feel like I just keep thinking like 2 steps forward, 1 step back is like still progress, right? You're still gaining. So you have to just persevere and keep going.
If you just like, I mean, yeah. I mean, what are you gonna do? Like, stop, give up, let take over the country, have anarchy and crazy stuff, and then people implement communism?
Well, that's been really fun for me to read about all the people who are turning in their family for having participated in the coup.
I would turn someone over in a heartbeat.
And police officers are turning in their fellow officers who were there. Yeah. Which I think is really great. Yeah.
I mean, I would. Like, I mean, I told Robert Beavers, we were at the store the other day. It was, well, the riot and all that crazy stuff happened on Wednesday, and we went to the store on Thursday, and Robert saw cops there standing by their cop car, and he's like, look, I was like, oh, like cops. And I get nervous around cops. I'm like, oh my God. And so he's like, don't worry, they're not going to do anything. I said, excuse you? What did you just say? Like, they do their jobs, and they're not the ones that were in DC, and they were not put there. Like, they were put there for the Black Lives Matter, protest. So it's not their fault. So I encourage you to walk over to those policemen and apologize for that statement you made to me, because I am offended. I was so mad at Robert. I was like, how dare you? Those policemen live their lives protecting us.
Charlottesville Police Department is not without fault, especially in the last 2 to 5 years.
Okay.
I agree with you. A blanket statement like that is a lot. It's a lot.
And it's the white supremacists. They ruined it. It's not the cops. They're gonna do what they can, but they can only do so much.
Do you think that there's no overlap?
I hooked myself in the eye.
Do you think there's no such thing as a white supremacist cop?
You're joking, right?
No, I'm not joking.
I believe there are bad cops and stuff too. Like,
so I think his statement, while overly broadened, I feel like could be accurate. It's just
no. I feel like maybe case by case basis, but to judge cops that are just standing there protecting a store or having a meeting, like, we don't know what they're there for. We don't know how long they've been there. All we know is they came out of the store and they're standing there, and he makes an ignorant comment like that, and I said, not today, Satan.
Well, this is why you guys are good together, because you balance each other out.
I was like, that's not fair to say that. So that's my story about cops.
No, I think that's good. I mean, I feel like that's, for the most part, cops they are just trying to do their job. They're trying to.
And they're humans. They are fathers, they're brothers, they're children. Like, they have a sucky job right now.
Right. I think the same percentage of people who are shitty is the same percentage of cops who are shitty.
Yeah, I mean, you try to be better, but like, you just get tainted after a while, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's overgeneralizing anything is a stereotype, right?
That's not good.
It's-
You just, I don't even know. I don't even know anymore. So, I just,
But a truer statement might have been, don't worry, they're not going to do anything, you're white.
yeah,
Because
unfortunately.
that's pretty true.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you really sit down and you talk about, I did not plan on having this conversation tonight, but if you really sit down and you think about race, you have to acknowledge the fact that you do not have fears that people of color do.
Right.
You might, like you said, you might be uncomfortable around police officers, or they might make you nervous or whatever, but when you get pulled over, you never, I'm sure, I don't want to speak for you, but I'm sure that you have never thought, how do I not get shot?
Yeah. It's sad. And it's
really
wrong.
sad.
Yeah,
And
it's not fair.
I think we all have that, a little bit of that internally. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I would be
Racism.
lying if I said, yeah, I would be lying if I said I've never crossed the street because I was passing somebody that was black that I was afraid of. That would be a lie if I said I'd never done that, because I absolutely have. That doesn't mean I'm proud of it, or that I was right to do that, or that that person gave me any indication that they would harm me in any way. But
yeah, I think
it's what society has taught us, and we have to actively try to dismantle that
in our own personal lives to make a change everywhere else.
Yes.
Yeah, I think internally every one of us is just like a little bit racist, some more than others.
I feel like, I know the word racist scares a lot of people, and it's maybe not even we're all a little bit racist. It might just be that we're all prejudiced. But because racism, I know, definitely like carries the connotation of you thinking that you're better than someone, and that's not necessarily what I think a lot of people feel. It's just society has taught them through things, everyday things, TV shows, movies, music, all kinds of things. That
I mean, not just African Americans, like Hispanic people too.
Anyone.
Like, yeah, like I went to Mexico and we backpacked and like got hissed at a lot, and just like inappropriate things happened, and I was just like, ugh. So like sometimes when I see a Hispanic person, even though I am Hispanic myself and Indian, 24%, I'm always like, oh, let's cover my butt, make sure my jacket's covering my butt, and like, just, ugh. So I do that too, and I try not to, but at least I'm aware of it. Try not to be a total dick.
Well, yeah, and if people are going to do that shit to you, then they're assholes and they deserve what's coming to them. But it needs to not be they are this because they are Latino or black or whatever.
Yeah, I agree. And I don't know how to fix that other than you can't change the way other people think. Yeah. You can only change yourself, and that's what matters.
I think the first step is like figuring out that you do have privilege, right? Like the color of our skin, regardless of the class that we were born into, has given us privilege in certain aspects of life. That is just a fact.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if you were born to Bill fucking Gates or if you were born to a homeless crackhead. Like, if you are white, the color of your skin has given you some privilege. And I think acknowledging that is step one.
Yeah. And it's okay. Like, I mean, it's okay to feel that way, but it's not okay to stay that way.
Yeah.
It's having all that privilege. Yeah. And yes, being afraid of something, but in fear of the unknown sometimes makes things bad. Yes, absolutely. Like, you don't know. Like, I was working in this law office once, and this guy came in. He was like a really tall German guy, trench coat in the middle of summer, and his hands were in his pocket. And I made the assumption he had some kind of weapon on him.
Yeah.
So he was yelling at my boss, and I stood between my boss and that man. I shimmied my way in there, and I said, "You need to leave right now. I don't appreciate you talking to my boss the whole time, keeping my eyes on his pocket because he never took his hands out in a freaking trench coat." So I yelled at him, got him out of there, and it just, like, he was unknown. Like, I didn't know who he was. He was this tall guy who was like, look sketchy. So I made this assumption. And then he started yelling, and I was like, well, okay, there we go. You're out of here, bud. So no one got shot.
Well, thank God.
I would have died.
Yeah. There's definitely there's a line between protecting yourself and the people around you and not jumping to conclusions about people.
Yeah.
Because in that situation, when your senses are telling you something is off,
Yeah.
maybe you listen. If your senses had been saying that to you because that person was Black or male or whatever, like, if that was the reason, like, maybe reevaluate yourself. But when you've got, it's summer, he's wearing a coat, his hands are concealed, like, you had a number of things that made your
my lid flipped.
fight or flight trigger. You chose fight, which
Obviously.
is interesting.
Obviously I did. Yeah, well, I mean, like, life experiences can also, like,
Absolutely, trauma can affect that for sure.
yeah, and like who you're afraid of. Like, I was afraid of, like, men for a period of time because of my father. Like, every time
Right.
someone tried to give me a high five, I'd protect my face like I was going to get slapped, And
Mhm.
so, like, it's recognizing that and trying to fix it. Recognize that there is an issue. It's not fully with you. It's with the experiences and things that you've been through
Yeah.
that make you
Yeah.
prejudiced.
Isn't trauma interesting? It just, like, bleeds into every aspect of your life.
It really does.
It affects everything.
I'm afraid of things in cartoon characters, like, dressed up. Like, I can't handle them at all. And we went to Disney.
Are you
and
talking about mascots? Like,
Yeah.
real life? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't like those
And
either.
we went to Disney and we had the character breakfast, and I
Oh, yeah, I
I
remember that.
couldn't handle it. I was like, I had to use my inhaler twice. It was horrible.
Aw.
And my mother-in-law, bless her heart, she was like, it's fine, just ignore him, just go the other way. And I was like, I can't breathe. And my father-in-law was like, yeah, it's he was like, well, what's wrong? I was like, it's PTSD, and things stem from it, like anxiety, OCD, and irrational fears. He's like, oh, that makes sense. I was like,
So, did you have an incident involving mascots? Or is this just, like, it is, like, morphed into something from a different trauma?
I think it is. I've never had an experience.
Okay.
Well, except for this one time we were at the grocery store and this mascot, I guess my friend was in it, but I didn't know. And the person came running up on you with the mascot and a whole mascot. It was the dog from the fire truck, the
Oh, yeah.
Dalmatian, came up, and I ran, and the damn dog found me and gave me a big hug. And I just,
So,
That's
interesting. Is
terrifying.
that also why you're afraid of dogs?
no, that happened after, like, when I was younger, I got cornered and bit by a German Shepherd.
Okay.
I was bit
That
my
is
bottom.
pretty terrifying.
Yeah, and then I was walking in the mall a couple years back, and a black lab ran off the leash just to bite me in the arm.
Did it really bite you, though?
Yes, it did. There were
I feel like-
marks in my arm.
Was there
There were
blood?
There wasn't blood, but there were marks.
So, it was playing with you.
I'm not interested. That woman should have been
You're
off
right,
of her
you're right.
phone.
No, I absolutely agree with
I
you
could have
on
been a
that.
child, and that
That
dog
dog
could have.
should not have been off its leash. Absolutely correct.
No,
Yeah.
he took that leash and he ran away from his owner and bit me. And
I
I'm
re-
absolutely
I
terrified of
remember that
dogs.
happening. Yeah.
Like, I sobbed. So, like, Justin was going to go over my fear of dogs. Like,
Yeah, I
he did.
remember that. I feel like you're getting better with dogs, though.
Oh my God, so much better.
Yeah. You've come a
It's
long
just the
ways.
initial meeting where the anxiety and like the build up and stuff. I just need to breathe through it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the incident with the woman and the hand and the dog just running up to me. It was pretty terrifying.
Yeah. Landon's afraid of dogs.
He's afraid of anything with 4 legs.
Yeah, and I didn't really it's not that I didn't believe you, because I did. I don't think I understood the severity of his fear until I saw it.
It's bad.
Cuz yeah, it's not good.
No. And I am
I felt
hoping.
awful.
Yeah. And I'm like, hey, it's okay. Mommy's afraid too, but like I'm getting better. And like, go up and pet a dog. And you always ask before you do and don't get in the dog's face. And you can tell when a dog is mad and whatever, and if it's playing, but just won't do it.
Yeah, he wasn't.
And people think I'm projecting. And there is a slight projection because there's like a, oh my God, the dog came out of nowhere. Because I was at college once and I was in like the whole meeting area inside a building, and a dog literally ran in and just came running around. So I jumped on a table and I stood there until the dog was gone. Like crazy shit like that happens to me.
Yeah.
So like in that moment, yeah, I'm terrified. But
here's the thing though, is like crazy shit like that happens to everybody. They just don't talk about it because they're not afraid of dogs. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not a thing that's like a big, it's like, oh, I pet a dog today. It's not like a dog ran into a building and I had to jump onto a table.
It was
like,
a skill. The dog came out of nowhere. Where
yeah.
the hell did this dog come from inside of a building like this?
It is really interesting though, because I feel like when Landon was smaller, younger, you were way more afraid of dogs than you are right now.
Yeah, I am trying to do better.
So I feel like I'm wondering, like,
if I innately put him in there
as a psychological standpoint, like, if that is a learned fear. Because when kids are really little, and I'm not trying to blame you, because, like, whatever. But, like, when kids are little, they're, like, I feel like they're really intuitive. They're really in tune with their mother, right? Like, they feel what you feel. And so I just wonder, it would be interesting. I'm sure someone did a study on it, but it would be interesting to, like, research that a little bit, I feel like.
Yeah.
I'm afraid of clowns, if it makes you feel better.
Was there a trauma involved?
No trauma. Well, okay.
Ooh.
I don't know that I would classify it as trauma, but I had a great aunt as a kid who dressed up like a clown every year for Halloween. And she scared me a little bit anyways. And so I don't know, like, that's the, if there is a trauma, it is that. And then I was already afraid of clowns, and I went to a field hockey tournament in Virginia Beach when I was in high school, and there was a clown convention in town.
How is there a clown? What is a clown convention?
I didn't know that was a thing, but we literally turned the corner on Ocean Ave or Atlantic Ave or whatever the fuck that is right there. And I know Ocean Ave was
yellow card.
Yellow card, yeah. I turned the corner and the street was full of clowns. And all I could do was like collapse. I just like collapsed onto the sidewalk crying. And I don't remember anything after that.
Were they like creepy clowns, like the weird makeup,
yes,
or it's just like the normal?
Are creepy.
Yeah.
All clowns are creepy.
Do you just not like
me otherwise?
Circuses and like happy? Are they too happy for you?
Oh, fuck you.
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't do circuses. I've never been to the circus. I don't necessarily mind painted faces. Like mimes don't freak me out. I don't know. I think it's the combination of the like the hair and the face
The
and the
overly
like
outgoingness.
overly, but yeah, they don't leave you alone. They don't let you go to them. You know. Um yeah,
Yeah.
I don't the laugh, I can't. No. I'm not a fan. And the worst is when you're watching a TV show that's like just a sitcom or something that you like know
Like,
and love, that you've watched forever, and all of a sudden there's a fucking clown happening on the TV screen, and it's like out of
Yeah.
nowhere, and that's what re-traumatizes you.
Do you feel better talking about it?
No. Now I just feel stressed out.
Yeah. I went to a therapist once and we talked about irrational fears and I told her my fear about like things in costumes and she was like, what would you do if one came in here right now? I was like, why? What are you going to do? Why? Is there one coming in here? Do I need to know about this? And I started panicking and it was horrible. She's like, no, 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 no. And I was like, okay, so you just have to like visualize it and what makes you uncomfortable and like why?
Is it just things where you can't see their face? Like do you have that reaction with like the princesses in Disney? Or is it just like it's things where you can't see their faces?
Yeah, if I see them put the mask on, like I feel a little bit better and I
Okay.
could handle that. But if their mask is on and they try to approach me like Tigger or Pooh,
Yeah. No, thank you.
I'm gonna throw up. Bitch, have my inhaler by me.
I wouldn't care for that either, but I don't know that I would say that I'm afraid of it. I don't care for it. I don't really want it around me.
So are you afraid of clowns or you just don't care
No,
for them
I'm
having
afraid
them?
of I'm afraid of clowns. I don't.
What's the worst you think it'll happen? If a clown came by
With
you?
a clown?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you think they'll turn into it?
I don't know. I've never seen that.
Do you think, what if you turned into a
Stop.
clown yourself?
Oh my god, I hate you.
Just like little white makeup right here. Little smiley face.
No. The last time I went to a haunted house, it was actually a haunted forest. And
Nope.
as soon as we like gave them the ticket, I don't like stuff like that. Like I was with Diana, she dragged me into it, and that's the whole reason why I was even there. We were there to like tour a haunted house, which I'm totally into. Like truly haunted. Not like actors and shit. It was like you go in and you like walk around and you feel the like spirits and whatever. I'm totally into that.
Yeah.
But the haunted forest that was outside was like people dressed up, they try to scare you, all that shit. So as soon as I hand the ticket over, I'm with Lucas and Diana, and as soon as we hand the tickets in, the very first thing I see is a clown, and it is a clown that's like
bloody and scary.
Yes. And it did its job so well. I was literally sobbing by the time we left. That clown followed me through the entire forest and was like on me, like behind me, whispering into my ear. I've got my like face like buried in the back of Lucas, and I'm like, he's basically holding me up because my knees are like collapsing. And this clown never leaves my fucking side. And I like, if I ever had a hope of getting over it, that hope was dead that day. Because that was the most terrifying thing that has ever happened to me in my life.
Well, I mean,
you bitch.
If you're gonna go to a haunted something in Halloween area, you know that there might be a chance of clowns.
I don't know. I don't think. Here's the thing: is like, I don't know if it's just because I'm afraid of clowns, anyways, that I don't think of them as like Halloween specific, right? Like when I go into a haunted house, like I imagine there are gonna be like zombies and like axe murderers and like chainsaws and shit like that. I don't ever imagine clowns. Like, I don't, it just doesn't occur to me.
Yeah.
But I guess enough people are afraid of clowns that they like.
Capitalize on that.
But yeah, going into the Halloween store is hard for me because there's always those really creepy
Gross,
Halloween
bloody clowns.
clown masks, you know? I don't like that. And I also don't like children. So like Halloween children.
Oh, like the creepy little babies.
Yeah.
Or like the little ones.
Like
Yeah.
those kids from The Shining. I'm out.
Yeah. No, I mean, as long as it's not climbing a wall or, you know, walking
It's,
upside
like,
down.
Double jointed in every direction.
So yeah, I can't handle that. It could.
Yeah, no, it's too much. I'm with you. I can't. Have you? Okay, let's shift from terrible discussing scary things. Have you watched Bridgerton yet?
Is it on Netflix or Hulu?
Yes, it is Netflix. It is a mommy time only show.
Oh my
There's
god.
a lot. There's a lot of
Boobs.
there's a lot of softcore pornographic things happening.
Why would you want to watch that?
It's so good. It's so good. I'm making it sound worse than it is. It's not. There's not actually. You don't ever see any like junk. But there's like.
I'm not watching it.
I know, right? I was like low key disappointed, but it is a period drama that I feel like I don't know if you watch this or not, but don't come for me, people. I've never watched Downton Abbey. But this show can only be described as Gossip Girl meets Downton Abbey. Did you watch Gossip Girl? Really?
No, I watched Vampire Diaries, but that's as far as
Interesting.
I've gone.
So in Gossip Girl, there's basically like a narrator, and the narrator has this like blog that she posts everyone's like dirty secret scandal shit too. So the whole like society knows everybody's drama. So there's the same thing in Bridgerton, but because it's set historically, it's a like newspaper that she posts. It's really cute, but it's also like it's
She's
funny.
crazy.
It's pretty to watch, and it is sexy as hell.
Bridgerton.
You need to watch it. There's only 8 episodes. It's not like a huge commitment. But it's definitely
How long are the episodes? Are they like an hour?
definitely not for Landon. Yeah, they're like, I mean, it's Netflix, so they're probably exactly an hour. It's not like for TV when they're like 40 minutes or whatever.
So nice. Oh my god.
Yeah, but it's real good. You should watch it.
Oh, maybe I will. Maybe I'll watch it
And then
tonight.
we can talk about it. And Glinda should watch it, and then we can all have an episode where we just talk about Bridgerton.
So give us
Because
2 weeks.
The lead, I've watched the whole series twice.
And it's just 8 episodes.
Yeah, it's so good.
Oh my god. I will try to find it on the Netflix. The Netflix.
Yeah, it'll be right there.
Oh my god.
What's really funny is people kept telling me to watch it, and I watched the trailer for it, and I was like, this looks dumb. Like, it just doesn't look interesting. But then I had so many different people tell me to watch it that I was like, fuck it, I'll watch one and see what happens.
Yeah, well, all right then.
The Duke, the lead male character in this show, will make you forget that any other men exist ever. Yeah.
Is it like Klaus from Vampire Diaries?
Beyond.
Bridgerton. Cast.
Speaking of Vampire Diaries, did you watch the originals?
I watched most of them, but then it just got boring and stale, so I just stopped.
But you are watching Legacies?
It's over, but yes, I did.
Oh, it's over?
Well, I mean, it's not over. Like
Glinda,
the season.
do it!
Come on, Glenna, we have to talk about it, apparently.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Y'all will need to go have a conversation with Jesus when you're done, but it'll be worth it, I promise. What were we talking about?
Jesus.
Oh, legacies.
Uh,
So the series is not done, just the season is done?
yeah, they had to end it early because of COVID and casting and
Okay. So you're fully caught up on that show. So it's better than the originals? Because I've heard Legacies is awful.
it's kind of like teen drama-y, so that's kind of obnoxious, but it's cool because it goes into like the history, brings up a little bit of Vampire Diaries with it.
And only Alaric is in that? Is that correct?
So far, Alaric is in it, and Caroline is mentioned a couple of times. And one of the episodes with the Phoenix is produced by Stefan. It was real good.
That whole timeline really confuses me because you know that I will never talk shit about the Vampire Diaries because it was one of the best series ever. But
Obviously.
the timeline of these shows confuses me because in the Vampire Diaries, they have that whole dilemma about killing Klaus because if you kill an original, you kill its entire bloodline, right? And then at the end of the originals, spoiler alert, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Klaus and Elijah both die. So if you're basing that off of the Vampire Diaries, then Klaus and Elijah's entire bloodlines would also die.
Yeah.
Which would be everyone we've ever known.
Yeah.
So this is why I'm wondering about Legacies, because Legacies would have happened because
After.
they're the kids that came out of Caroline, right? That's the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. And the main character is Klaus's daughter.
Okay. But Alaric in that show is just human?
Yep. Remember, because in Vampire Diaries, he crossed the border
Yeah.
and yeah. Oh.
So then presumably there could not be any vampires in Legacies.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. Well, I mean, there is, obviously, but like in the future, is
What
what
do
you're
you
saying?
mean, obviously?
Because they do the teeth thing, and
Who's a
one,
vampire in there? So there are vampires in Legacies.
yeah, a bunch of them, like a whole clan of them, and werewolves.
Okay, so then they diverged from their whole plot line.
I mean, that was just thought of, like it wasn't specific, like they just thought it would happen.
It happened. No, it did happen because remember when they were trying to get Jeremy's tattoo for the hunter thing, and they killed Cole or
Cole.
one of those, yeah, and he got his whole tattoo because everyone Cole had turned had died.
That's right.
So we know that it's true. This is the problem with spinoffs. It's hard to keep track of all of the bullshit you've spun.
Yeah, I don't know how they explain that. Maybe you can just give them a tweet.
I kind of want to watch the originals because I miss
So long.
Klaus, but I watched
He's
like
beautiful.
the first season and a half, and it was just unbearable.
Glinda, we will rewatch it with you. Anytime.
Mm-hmm. I'll just have to double up on my anxiety medication, but it'll be fine. It's so good, Glinda.
Yeah, she made me watch it a couple years ago, and I love it. I mean, that one and the 100, obviously, I watched that a couple times.
I haven't watched that one.
It's so good, and I love it. Then I finished it.
You finished it?
Yeah.
That one's over, right?
Yeah, it's over.
I've been trying to get into Sabrina.
Really? You started that? I watched it as a kid, but I'm not
one.
a kid anymore. Yeah,
The
I know.
new one.
Obviously.
The new one is like intense. It's not like cutesy. It's like fucked up and scary.
Is it the same actress?
No,
Oh.
nothing about it is the same. So the new Sabrina is based off of the comic books, which apparently are from the same universe as Archie. So
I used to love Archie's.
So like Riverdale and Sabrina live in the same universe.
Wow.
I haven't watched Riverdale, but I'm having a hard time getting into Sabrina.
Don't do it.
Everyone keeps telling me to watch it.
Who are you going to listen to? Yourself or the
I don't
internet?
know. I'm like 4 episodes in and I'm just like bored.
It's like a bad book.
Also, Lucas and I are trying to watch Buffy. Neither of us ever watched that show when it came out, and I was a big fan of the movie. This show is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. It's really awful.
You're talking about the original show, right? Buffy?
Is there more than one?
I mean, I think, yeah.
I don't know. The one with Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It is so bad. It is so bad. Like, if it was a movie
In the
I would have
90s,
left
it
the
was
theater.
amazing.
I'm sure. I don't know. People keep telling me, well, just don't watch the first season. Start with the second season. How do you start with the second season of a show? Like, my brain doesn't comprehend that. Like, I
I
cannot
don't know
do
what's
that.
going on. You don't. You gotta start from the
I
beginning.
would just rather not watch the show than start from season 2.
Why are you starting Buffy? It's Lucas, isn't it? He's telling you to watch it.
No. What do you mean?
Why are you watching Buffy? Why?
Why not?
I just think there's more other better shows out there.
Like what?
Other ones.
What would you have me watch?
Scary movies. The Megalodon.
I already saw the Megalodon. I saw that at the drive-in theater. It was
You
back to
scared
back
me.
with Men in Black 45 or whatever the number.
Oh, I
they're
haven't
at
seen
right
the
now.
last. I haven't seen the last one.
It's got Thor in it.
Oh, that's right. Wait, that's the Ghostbusters. No, I haven't seen that either.
I haven't seen Ghostbusters.
Robert watched it. I just don't feel like I care.
With the women? Yeah, I didn't see that. I saw like the OG, but I haven't seen it.
Kristen Wiig's like perfect and awesome and diverse, but no, never got into. I tried to watch the first episode.
I've watched Stranger Things. That's
I
so
couldn't do it.
good.
That's too
Wow.
scary.
Okay, Brie, here's the thing. I said the same thing. I watched Stranger Things episode 1
No, that thing jumped out that woods.
when it aired. Like when the first season came out. And then I didn't watch that show again until this year or last year.
Scary though. It's like pop
not,
scary.
No, it's not. You'll like it. I promise. Cause you like what's that movie that we like?
How?
A Quiet Place.
Yeah, that was good.
You'll like Stranger Things. I promise. It's really good. And I have major daddy issues for Hopper, Glinda. Glenda will know. Glenda will know what I'm talking about.
Oh my God, Glenda, I'm so sorry.
You should watch it though. That one's really good.
I feel like I won't.
You will. Brianna, do I not know you?
No.
I
What's
don't.
my middle name? I'm just kidding. I don't know. This is just scary. It's just scary.
It's not.
I like suspense.
If you've watched the first episode, you've seen the scariest one.
Oh, okay, well, maybe.
See, Glenda knows.
It's not like gross, like people getting the eyes poked out or anything, is it?
I don't think
Or like
so.
their skin ripped off. Ugh.
No, the grossest thing is like the creatures. They come out of this like slimy stuff. It's like very alien-esque.
I do like aliens.
I know.
Oh my God.
Well,
Robert
fucking
fussed at me
listen to
today.
me.
Well, Robert fussed at me today when he was
For
playing
what?
his little game. He was playing his game on the computer and I'll just take a nap. And I was back there with her. And then I came out after 3 hours and he was still playing his game. And I asked him a question about who delivered this package for Landon because he was like, someone from Roadbrook. He's like, Brianna. I was like, excuse you? He has only raised his voice 5 times in our 8 something years of relationship, and he just made that 6.
What did he raise his voice about?
He yelled my name to tell me
For
to be
what
quiet.
reason?
Exactly. It's like, Brianna. What the fuck?
Well, he's just trying to catch up with you.
Well, I don't appreciate being yelled at.
He probably doesn't appreciate it either.
Well, he's used to it. I'm not.
You're right. You're right.
I'm Hispanic.
All right. Well, the Upside Down world is crazy. It's like I kind of want to go there, but also I kind of never want to go there.
I get motion sickness driving, so.
That's not what we're talking about.
Oh,
Right?
okay, cool. Okay, great.
Watch Stranger Things and then you'll know.
Okay, well, which one should I watch first? Bridgerton or Stranger Things?
Watch Bridgerton first because you'll get it done, and then you can move into Stranger Things. Because Stranger Things is like, I think they're on season 5 or something. They're not
So it's an
long. Like,
investment.
I think there's only 10-ish episodes a season. It's not like, Pretty Little Liars where there's like 25 episodes in a season or something. But yeah, it's a bigger commitment for sure. I'm surprised Bobby hasn't watched that.
I feel like he has, but we just don't talk about it because the
Oh,
first
okay.
episode was just too scary.
I was gonna say he'd probably watch it with you, but if he's already seen it, then I don't know.
He probably doesn't want to again because it was scary.
It's not scary. Shut up. You sound like me.
Oh my god.
That's what I said to everyone who told me to watch that show. I was like, no, it's too scary. And they were all like, no, it's not. And I was like, no, you don't understand. It's too scary. And then they were like, no, it's not. And then I gave it another shot, and I was like, okay, you're right. It's not that scary.
Okay, fine. Fine, maybe I'll watch an episode.
Okay.
I'll hold a
Good.
pillow and squeeze it too.
Okay, good.
So I do it, I'm scared.
All right.
Okay. My son's probably still up, so I'm just gonna go
Cool.
tell him to go to bed.
Well, thanks for talking. Thanks for joining,
Yes, thank you, Glenda.
Glenda.
We love you.
Glenda.
We love you so much. You watch Bridgerton or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
We'll-
watch Bridgerton, and you watch Bridgerton, and Glenda watch Bridgerton, and then we can have a whole
Bridgerton episode.
combo. We can have tea time.
Ooh.
Be
I'm
great.
telling you, I have dandelion root tea. It is just divine.
Perfect. All right.
Oh my god.
Bye.
Good night. Bye. Bye.